Hello and welcome back to Era History Untold. We are in a constant war with Germany across the seas, but we finally won it. We kind of finally pushed them off their shores. He's at 100% war weariness. We could get out of the war at any time, but I'm trying to see if he'll offer us a deal. I did notice that I'm also no longer getting trade goods, so I thought I'd reach out to a good buddy. Maybe we could get some mosaic tiles off of him. That would be kind of nice. You know what? Also some gears would be kind of nice. I don't hate the look of those boots, but we'll probably start making those on our own. So let's do that. And then keep this bad boy going. Enemy detected. All right. You have probably finished making your last thing, a pagoda. 1 religious spread distance and +5 city religion spread strength. Well, I don't really have a good spot to build you, do I? The chemist scales off of science and government improvements, which I don't really have a lot of outside of the water well, which wouldn't make sense there. There are some trade stuffs that scales off of religion. Oh, this is our, like, temple. I feel like I probably should put this in somewhere. That's sort of our military district. I guess I could just, like, slap it in here. Your culture, your trade, your trade. So that's kind of our trade district. Commerce and culture, yeah. You know, I'm gonna plop one of those bad boys in right there. I think we also maybe have enough to deploy a new force. Thank God we do. Oh, thank God we do. Berserker, Berserker, Bowman, Berserker. In a shield wall inside of Ottawa, which has 80 security right now. You know what? I probably could have made that even better. You know what? I say that, but I'm actually not making the codexes for that, so... Take all the cows. Those who control the cows control the destiny. No way. Egypt actually opened their borders with us. Do you think they'll allow for a trade agreement? That would be really cool. Oh, I'd like that very much. Thank you. You have so many crossbowmen. Dum 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 dum. What do I do about you? Oh, I'm not. This is not my city. This is Belgium. Hi, this isn't my city at all. Sorry, these guys are healing, actually. Do I need more boats to guard this waterway? All right, I don't want to be in this war anymore. He said last turn he was eager to get out of war with me, so... Dude, and Egypt is willing to trade with me. Oh, they have looms. I would love looms. I don't have any way of making those. That's excellent. Okay, you have a shield and a wedge here. We'll move that. I guess both of them got to move up there. You got to move up there, there. That shield wall is moving up. He's bringing in a bunch more troops. So if we don't get this pretty quickly, we might be in some trouble-sickies. You guys are working on walls back there. As long as he doesn't intercept me. Stalemate. We didn't lose any forces. He lost an insane amount of armies. Oh, man. Okay. Big. Big, big, big. So I want a wedge and a shield wall in this city for right now. I want to wedge up there. This is my other shield wall. I think I'm going to leave them in St. John's for right now. Those guys are upgrading. There's another shield wall coming in down there. Yeah, so I didn't get any prestige from that. It seems kind of foolish, but... What are you going to do? This city is like totally 100% ours in terms of religion, which is a completely useless situation, but I can start bringing my guys over to Egypt now that we have open borders. Am I marginally out of focus? I don't, you shouldn't be. Have you tried refreshing? Have you chucked the auto settings? I still need a scout. So a scout costs me like 70 wealth. But you're absolutely correct. I do desperately need one. Ooh. She's burning down Urgench. That's good for us. You know what? I would like to upgrade these units. A bit shy. Pick 2 of them at least. That farm is broken. We better fix that. All of our stuff is like starting to come back online, which is good. I think Fortify only lasts a single turn, which is a really weird aspect. I don't know, man. Do I move you to Lambton or... I guess to a genie, because it's harder to get down there. And we're just bleeding out on everything. Game menus aren't, but the city names and other names pop-up seem to be in and out of focus. Curious. They look pretty crisp on this end. It's not to say I don't believe you. I 100% believe you. I guess let's put a pagoda in there. I'll switch him over to furs. Just because we are making some up north. Damn, and this guy can't do much and nothing. Except to upgrade your sawmills. Belgium wants a full-scale alliance. Is that a good idea? He's pretty strong. I think friendship is not a bad choice. I mean, I'm hoping it doesn't drag me into this war. That's the big fingers crossed. You have another mine to build. I love it. The city is literally only mines right now. It's mines and a single ceramic shop. Because why not? We'll build you up on materials. This guy needs to heal. Hopefully I can still steal these fish. Ah, this is my other wedge. Oh, Russia. How dare you? All right, we might go to war with Russia. In fact, actually, I don't think Russia's making the cut. Oh, no, they are. Where is Russia? Way down here. So they've just donated a city to me as far as I'm concerned. That shouldn't be overly difficult to take. I'm going to let those guys go on upgrade just to finish their bowman switch. It's just really funny because we actually have longbows. Russia is also in all of my territory right now. I did not realize that. Managed borders close. Get the hell out of here. You don't get to build on my territory. And also stay alive. Not coming up soon at this rate. We're struggling on some things. There ain't no doubt. Right. We also have these artisan studios. So we can start like this is as we start switching now into making more, I think, impactful things. Let's say like an artisan studio here. I'd like to build more boats, but I just kind of need this economy online. Here's access to longbows. I need architecture for those mosaic tiles.
Representing Catherine the...
Suck it, Russia. You're gonna preach. You were much slower getting down there. These boats are really strong. 250. Got German settlers coming across. There's all sorts of settlers. The computer is bonkers. Bonkers with settlers in this game. Yeah, see, a big part of the issue is I have to have so many armed forces that it's just absolutely buckling my economy. Short a merchant. What happened to those looms you were giving me? Law books. Decorative paintings. I guess you're out of looms. Heavy plows. Guess we didn't get any of them looms, did we? Ah, right. Now this wedge is done. Why are you in all my territory? I don't understand how, like, my borders have been opened to every single faction in the game, it seems. Yeah, because we were not open for a very long time. I don't want anybody coming in here. There's too many people who think they can just wander through my territory. Willy-nilly. I don't want Willy or Nilly in here. You hear me? You can get the hell out of here right now. Throw them into the ocean. You've built malt. You've built grapes. You've got sheep, stones. You're trying to get those fish. These are both animal based, so if I put a butcher shop there, it'll scale off that wool. This guy needs a scout so bad. Why do scouts cost 75 gold? It's outrageous. I don't got enough money for nothing up here. All right, well, we can at least get some more materials in, I guess. He says, but actually he can't even afford to build a mine because they cost too much wood. How about a dwelling then in the city? Those guys can chill there. I had to decide if I want to go for a fast act of Russian aggression here. One might call it some sort of special military operation against Russia. I'm not adjacent to Russian territory, so I can't just get a war of expansion. I could just skirmish with them, though. What's my war weariness, though? Yeah, not until that goes down. So, here's a great question. What does religion look like in this city now? 2% maple syrupism. It'll have to do. Belgium with an embassy already built in the midst of Canada? Yeah, this is the Belgian embassy. I'm not pleased about it because they took spices and horses away from me, as well as some grapes, actually. Now I can do a war of expansion. You've succeeded in repairing all of your stuff at last. You got a lot of stuff to upgrade. Metal ingots. I do not have a lot of metal ingots. Honestly, I kind of think just like keep upgrading these stone pits because our materials are still bad. You've got the pagoda now. Hi. Let's just go for upgrades. The city does not need food. Upgrade the trading post. They'll probably help me with some of my gold problems. We got another religious verse. -3 war weariness when above 0 per turn while outside of war. +5 wealth per active trade agreement. +5 knowledge in all cities. Honestly, I kind of just feel like that scales the best with us because we have so many cities. You've made an artisan's studio. Prosperity for your city for each distinct culture within it. 18 city happiness. 10 prosperity, 15 city happiness for jewelry or decorative paintings. I actually need a bunch of these decorative paintings. But I have none of the materials to make them. Do we have the stuff to make jewelry? No. God, good grief, man. I can't make any of this stuff here. All right, well, we'll just put it on paintings then, and we'll just let it, like, slow trickle. That'll slowly upgrade all of our dwellings as they hang paintings on the wall. You like maple syrupism? I think it's a fun name for a religion. I think it's very fitting. You keep upgrading logging camps. We are at least like cruising through turns when we're not at war. These guys have built another mine. Okay. How are we doing on stuff like copper and... We're actually producing positive copper. Iron's not quite there yet, but it's climbing. We are maxed out on ceramics. Honestly, we could probably do with some like religious buildings here. This is kind of your only food province, so maybe not there. Yeah, well, why don't we do them up here then? City temple. We do get bonuses for having like temples in our cities, so we're having sugar shacks in our cities. Peace treaty with Germany is about to end. There's so many settlers over here, man. Every faction. You guys have built this little butcher shop. I'm way over consuming fish. But I guess we have some salt we can throw in there. %, harvest production of farms and their upgrades. What about the granary? 50% of food is applied towards harvest production. Okay, well, I'm thinking maybe I throw the water well in right here then. And it'll at least scale off the grapes and the malt. You have a bunch of experts. Well, not a bunch, but you have some experts. Siege defense, extra security. +5 health and quicker fertilizer. +5 gold. Masterpiece creation speed. What is the health in this city? 48. Ah, and I didn't even realize we have an extra slot here. Which, man, great question. What do we want to fit in here? Health, knowledge, and prosperity. Probably knowledge would be the best thing. We have a bajillion scrolls we could do. We do have a handful of clocks, but not like, they're not being made. We could take candles. But also candles are used to build a lot of stuff. I'm trading books. Let's go with scrolls for now. Get our tech up a little bit. Then honestly, I think I'm just going to put that guy in the barracks. Give us some extra defense. You're going to grab a Montreal. Slowly start like filling in these gaps here now as well. Nice, and we're just getting to like chug through turns. It is starting to like hang a bit at the end of each round. Normally it goes so fast. At least early on. Germany declares war of annihilation on Greece. Ah, this man has still got no money. I'll put a water well in here on that incense farm. Seeing as that's the only place I make it. Some canceled trade, you're probably right. Oh yeah, Egypt is not giving me anything. Just to say, a little bit annoying. Letters of credit, 25 city prosperity. Wild how much further ahead they are. We'll trade for heavy plows. And 10 health, 10 happiness. 15 health, 5 happiness, 5 prosperity. Maybe shoes? I mean, I can't really use them is the only problem. Fine clothes take like 17 turns. What about picks? Yeah, you know what? Let's make some picks. Yeah, I'd love to be able to like have a notification option to be like, hey, you're not receiving a trade good anymore. That I want that as like a pop-up, you know? All of our houses can be upgraded. Can make glass windows now at the ceramic shop. Nice. Plus 20 city health. And mosaic tiles at the ceramic shop. So those are a pretty big one. Take that guy off of concrete for a while. Damn. Put him on the slowest mosaic tile ever. Pilgrimage Shire, dried food goods. Sagrada Familia. Mosaic tiles, mosaic tiles. Everything uses mosaic tiles. Haberdashery could be good for us. We have some really good weavers, and I think that's what Yeah, you're an upgrade from. Let's go with the old haberdashery. We don't just have to be making fabrics everywhere. This town has also gotten some more room for stuff. I feel like it's got to be trade goods. Trade goods is just so good. A lot of wine. What are you? 15 city, 30 growth. Yeah, it's really hard to take off those pigs. So this city has, I think, just upgraded another one of its mines. Most of these workshops are not upgraded right now. Ah, I didn't realize this. If you upgrade the town center, you also get happiness, strength to forces within the region. Well, okay, you get that anyway. But you get +5 happiness, 1 extra housing, plus 15 city security. That's quite a lot. I was kind of saving my books in case. Yeah, see, the library is Celsius. 200 materials and 80 timber. Unfortunately, we devour everything that we make. Like some sort of locust swarm. Very difficult to scale. I guess this is like one of the penalties from the government type that we have as well. Yeah, you might as well build a pagoda up here too. Little religious mountain village. Lambton, you can do nothing. We have no materials whatsoever. Gather wealth for 1 round. Ottawa, I imagine you're the same boat. Slight exception. There are some good sawmill locations here. So we might as well get some of those down. You can make scrolls, but I'm not putting anything in them. It's crazy that like 53 and it just disappears. I guess we have so many things pulling from crafting that it's like it's pulling until we drain and then it's going back up and then pulling them when we drain and then going back up. And we're not really able to keep a positive amount on any of these things. We've got room for more stuff here. You are my prosperity city, Lambton. Sandals wouldn't be bad. I could just put the coin in here. You know what? Let's do that. You make the coin. You might as well make the coin. You have also gone idle, though. You're making. You can also actually use grain. You should also be using those glass pots. You actually have grapes for the wine that we can start using. Not making enough metal picks. Wow. Okay. Money for this guy. I could put a blacksmith in here. You know what? This is probably not the worst idea. Put a blacksmith in and we can at least start producing. Even if nothing is going into it, we can start making more steel bars. Nice. And we've stolen this for 2 points. It's kind of a big waste of points, but you know what? Screw it. It's funny. Old Lambton. I guess let's just take Saskatoon here. Give you a bonus to city production on that dock. Climbing. What do I mean by 2 points? Which context? Sorry. I can make malt out of grain. Oh, weird. We can also make beer. Out of grain and malt. And glass. 2 expansion points to grab the tuna tile. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. Sorry, I don't actually want to make beer there. I was just curious. So when you get expansions, you get a little notification up here. And so you get 1. Each tile you expand is 1. But if you expand, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles away, it costs 2. And then it starts costing like 3 and then 4. So the idea is that you're meant to stay near your borders. So it cost me 2. We were sitting on an expansion point. I can actually show you a perfect example of this down south. A genie has 1 region claim point. So you can see the little green on all of these say like 1 claim. But I want to take either this copper or this shellfish down here, and they're going to take 2 claims because they are further away. I don't know why he hasn't taken that copper. It's literally 1 square next to his capital. You've created a masterpiece. Piano Quartet up 26. Our first masterpiece. Look at us go. Moving up in the world. You just need to keep upgrading them. We just got to get these chains up. Struggling on these production chains. We're going to build another sawmill. That sawmill has produced 12. I don't even know how. I guess because that city is so big. Nice. So we've literally just produced our second claim here. Oh. Obviously, like, the copper is under threat of being taken versus the shellfish, which is absolutely not under threat of being taken. Just like precious stones I could actually use for things. The copper, I'm not like... I guess I could make silicates. Yeah, all right, we'll take it. You have an extra guy here as well, do you? Do ya now? This one's city build production. Do ya now? we'll go for the spice. There's a lot of weird places I could put that. I don't know if putting it in like the mines versus the mills might actually be better for me. The stone pit also needs to be upgraded. All right. Do I just keep building more mines for the materials? Do you guys have a city temple? You don't. I'm going to give them a city temple because you get big bonuses across the city for that. Which I think could be really valuable. Egypt keeps canceling its trade agreements with me. And it's really frustrating because they keep canceling them before they actually send the goods that I want. So I'm not getting the items. So I'm going to try that again with her. We got a new religious verse. 2 available merchants. Yeah, man, I'll take that. That's crazy. What are you, nuts? %7 unstructured, 2% maple syrupism. I mean, where's Belgium? Also, what do you have for me? You have heavy plows. What happened to my merchants? Didn't I just get 2? That doesn't come in until next turn, I guess? Oh, yo. Let's get these fish. You built a water well. Bum. I build a butcher shop. Try to scale off that animal production. I don't know what we're using these camels for right now.
You have entered a golden age.
Well, that's nice. If only I had some stuff to build. If only I had 200 materials. I could build a library in 7 turns. I don't suppose... I can't ask for materials, no. All right, well, what's done is done. We'll get some heavy plows off of this guy, and then maybe mosaic tiles. Yeah, sure. See if that works. Hopefully that works. I'm gonna keep getting lumber up here. We do have like +3 city cap. Part of me wonders, like, should I just build a city up here? I could get access to that silk and that gemstone. Settlers also cost gold. Gold we do not have ever. I legit like don't know how to fix. I mean, I guess it's like prosperity buildings. No longer receiving heavy plows. I feel like if you ask for something and it's going to take 10 turns, it should automatically remove that from their supply, and it should spend 10 turns coming to you. It shouldn't spend 9 turns sitting in their warehouse and then they decide to cancel at the last minute and then suddenly you don't have any more. I don't know, man. Maybe I should just like take basic resources at this point. Feels like way less likely that they're going to screw me on that. Cut him off there so we can't grow anymore. In my direction. So I guess, I mean, realistically, I'm probably going to take this city. It looks like somebody else is maybe taking this city right now, but... we'll worry about that in due course. Can you afford to make any meat? Yes. You have goats. You don't have fish. You do have salt, though. Okay. My security in this town is really bad. I was also just thinking about building a city temple somewhere. Why don't we do a city temple like here? We could do military stuff up that way if we want. You are... you have no amenity. What's going on here? Is this when the city flipped? It took out all my amenities? Oh my god, how long has this been going on? I don't know, sandals maybe. Get that city, that happiness up. Good grief. Okay. You guys have... that mine is upgraded. That's upgraded. These guys had more like resources to grab. Got the city temple. Guess I could get a barracks in there. Little bit of military stuff. City also somehow does not have a barracks in it. Mostly because all it has is material mines. And all it will continue to get is material mines. Because it is desperate for materials. Next set of AI on the chopping block. I think it's like China, Germany, Shanghai. It's not too bad a crowd. I could put the water well in here. What about... building more sawmills? You can build scrolls that I'll never use. I should probably be just like building more missionaries and stuff like that as well, but yay. Haberdashin. Materials, timber, mosaic tile. The city provides 4 research per turn, plus 15 city knowledge. Like we're ready to go up to gunpowder, but there's a few things here I kind of want. I think we should probably take pilgrimage just because like religion is, I mean, it's not really working for me, but it is what I'm kind of leaning on right now. It's what I'm hoping will work. You guys could definitely use barracks down here by this dock. Security is really bad in that city, so is prosperity. About half the people who've been annoying me this era, give or take. Holy Roman Empire, Songhai in Germany. We've almost clawed up past Germany. China seems to have climbed its way out. Now. You got your butcher shop. You got your water well. TBH, a farm there is probably the smartest thing I could do. Let's put in a city temple. Lambton. You gonna build? Great question. I just want something that scales off of money. We don't have any buildings that can like just harvest gold. Cobblers. Oh, these are new. Cobblers in this town could work well then. Also, tailors are ready for upgrade. Let's go with them. Sadich, you're going to pick up this iron mine. St. John's is going to pick up Fredericton. City build production. Like, I'm wondering, like, do I just want to slap stuff on that? I could just slap guys on the money here. Yeah, maybe the tobacco firm. Try to get us a bit more cash. We did manage to make a blacksmith down here. Which I am sure I'm not producing enough for, but we'll get there eventually. The city tier is increased. Nice. Man, trade goods is what they need. Kind of have to. You have to move out of the house and do better. We can't keep obliterating civs for you. I'll start a business like an inn. Could you give me a small loan of $1 million? Just a casual $1 million loan. No big deal. How's this doing? %. I like how the game's like, religion is really important to get going before all the religions take out the world. And then it's like, the moment you can get religion, every other faction has religion already in the game. Like, you cannot outpace the first act AI, no matter what you do. There is no way to possibly beat it to religion. So now I'm kind of like, well, what am I doing here? Oh, interesting. So I could only have 3 weavers, but I can have 12 tailors. Which is, needless to say, a bit of a jump. At least things have started becoming a bit more peaceful. He says, surely cursing himself. Ah, jeez. Songhai. I mean, I'm annoyed you guys came in here and just took all this stuff from me. But on the other side, I'm also really grateful because I can't afford scouts. So I think I'm just going to let you guys loot all that stuff and clear up my territory. This is interesting. This is like Polyrema fighting someone else on top of a Russian city. Plus 10% preach and denounce accent strength. Let's grab that. And if I can, I'll start trying to pump out more missionaries. I doubt I can because I constantly need to be improving my economy. The only thing I have managed to do well in is that we finally actually have positive timber. So at least we got that going for us. Bonus food fertility in all regions in this city. Oh, wow. You should already have sandals. I don't know, man. Like prosperity could be nice here. Baskets? Maybe. Build a pagoda up there and probably another tailor. Eagle, how we doing, dude? I'm doing all right. I'm pretty tired. I think I'm fighting a little bug. But I'm surviving. I can't knock it. Damn, dude, I said I wanted to go advance into gunpowder, but also I can't get heavy plows if I do that. So I think we're stuck here for a little bit. Regrettably, I believe we're stuck here for a little bit. We'll build a pagoda. You have upgraded the tailor. Fantastic. So we can make all sorts of other stuff. Science and government. Right, we still don't have science and government. I could just make like a second chemist. You have that other pagoda here, so why don't I make a tailor? At least the scales off of one of them. Aha, and another paragon. Nice.
Thomas Cranmer, Archbishop of Canterbury.
We'll put this guy on making music in St. John's. Stay strong, we need me in the field. I'm out here, I'm fighting, I'm surviving. Every little bit of struggle. It's all good for me. Most important lesson I learned from a Jason Bourne novel: sleep is mandatory. I don't know if that's true. I wouldn't go that far, but it is pretty nice. Ooh, this city can grow. Nice. What? Like, what happened to the in-game music? Like, I just feel like we haven't heard a hoot or a holler from the game in hours and hours today. You might as well build a mine down there, get that copper going. Hydrate or dihydrate? No, hydrating, on the other hand, definitely mandatory. Sleep is a weapon. Something able to sleep after multiple sleepless days in the jungle. Now that I could believe. Sleep definitely makes a good weapon. All right, so you have bad security. But didn't I just build a barracks there? So that should fix. You have really bad prosperity. And I don't know how to fix that easily. Everybody else is like at least doing okay. We'll get some more camels. And we have a trade post here. Can we upgrade this trade post? That would be a smart choice. That would also probably give me a lot more money. You know what? Can I do that in all my trade posts? You're already upgraded, actually. Well, said the cat. Residence. Oh, yeah. $25 craft production to harvest production to improvements in the region. I think this is one real issue I'm having, is that I'm so used to residencies being like forced to go in the center because of city housing, but we actually have a bunch of bonuses to city housing, so we don't really need them as much. We've solved the wood problem. Garments, fine clothes, slippers, rugs, and carpets. Oh yeah, the game is really starting to hang a bit now. Every time I click that. So I'm going to make 10 rugs and carpets because I think we need them for dwellings. Tunics. And belts. Okay, so obviously I can't make tunics. What do slippers make out of? Incredible amounts of materials and leather. All right, well, that's going to become a problem down the line, but for right now, we'll give it a shot. Do I have enough wood for the library wonder? Yep. The real question is, did somebody else already build the library wonder? To which the answer is also, yep. We will show them the light. Build production in all cities. Who is my chief advisor right now? Growth in all cities. Foreign advisor. Not so good. You do the same thing, though. You can make statues.
Christopher Wren, English mathematician.
I don't have a statuary, do I? I do. These tailors. Great. So we'll start making some more masterpieces. Chris Lauren, how we doing? Yeah, there was a couple of turns there. I guess you can't really see it because it's right behind me, but there was just like a triumph being done every single turn by another faction. So they basically just burned through every other triumph in the game. All right, I'm back to making food. I'm back to making timber. I'm still not making materials, which is insane based on how many mines I have. I am so upsetty spaghetti about it. Bu- 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 bu. Huh. If I could make more sandals, I can make more of these fine clothes, but I don't really make enough of them as is. It's really annoying how it's like you skip tunics and then it's just like, okay, you can't make tunics anymore. Like, you're just stuck making like one every 12 here. Shoes. Rubber. Hmm. Good. All my trade lines are also broken. You're still giving me books. I'm really grateful for that. Homie's gonna give me books like every single turn. I was just trying to get spice off of him. Egypt. I am still trying to buy stoves off of you. You have explosives. What about like precious gems? Build up a little bit of my economy instead. This place needs a trading post. Because I'm just struggling to make trading post stuff. Oh, do you want to go out to sea at this point? I feel like you should take Yukon. The other guy can take Manitoba. I know he's more boxed in, but you're a capital city. Okay, you're going to send him up there. Am I actually starting to climb in materials? I'm not climbing in gold, but everything else is starting to go up. It's a step in the right direction. Greece has offered me a bribe to go to war with Charlemagne. I'm not going to take that. Could probably take out the Russians pretty quickly. They like us is the only problem. But there's good iron up here. There's like 2 good iron. So we gotta think about that. Let's build a blacksmith here next to these military buildings. You have another expert. City craft production could be nice. +5 city craft production. Like, there's a lot of craft in this city. +5 gold would also be really nice, though. So I think I'm going to take that instead. Okay. And then we have, like, yeah, we have a need for things like the cobblers. That's a 5 slot there. Is that where I want all my cobblers? 3 cobblers in the entire nation? I'll tell you what. Put down a workshop. Then a cobbler. You got another missionary. Send it there. Also just settle more cities. Yeah. That's true. Just that there's not really good locations. I was making a settler for here. What happened to him? Oh, no, I can't make settlers because they cost 25 gold. A white column has been built. Yeah, pretty much the only thing I can do is take cities at this point. Because we never have money. Heavy plows. Barrels. Yeah, we'll get barrels from gunpowder. +15 city happiness. Culture building. Earn prestige by creating music masterpieces. No, I think let's just go straight to gunpowder. I think it's about that. All right, that mine is working. City Temple trading post. Put a pagoda in there. You guys want a tailor. Scale off those religious buildings. This guy's gonna stop making heavy plows. Off of these camels, I guess. I'm not going to put 50 materials in there. Nice. And I can actually use my plow production in here to start making heavy plows. So that's a pretty good use of his time. You're making a cobbler. I don't know why you didn't build as a crafting guild. But let's upgrade you right away. And we're finally positive on gears. We finally come out of the gear deficit and equipped all of our locations. I think you need to use fabric. No, wine maybe? Yeah, I guess I could trade wine. And then sure, we'll put an inn up here. We might as well start making some money up in this city. You guys have camels, which also means you need a butcher shop. Everything else is producing okay. I love the idea of this like well here next to this tiny little field. Tiny little frankincense field. You're gonna preach. Yeah, if I could have a city to get that silk and those gems, it would be valuable, but... You got yourself a Kabla, kiddo. Now, here's the question. Shoes are made out of leather. Belts made out of furs or leathers. Good, and materials. Just what I wanted. Just what I needed. Another drain on my materials. I guess we'll pull that off leather. And I can probably actually pull this guy off of sandals if that's the case. Again, it's like I've had an empty slot here. I don't know how long I've had it. City health would be best. Metal pots would do pretty well in that. We don't really have any workshops making metal pots. We do have bread. Bread goes every 5 turns, so it's like 0.2 that you use. Oh man, I'll just find a way to make metal pots. Somebody can probably start doing it, or I could build a workshop somewhere. So we'll build another cobbler there as well. For shoes, which we can make off the other leather guy. That city at least builds things very, very quickly. You guys all seem okay. We might as well salt some more fish. And then I guess let's build a pagoda there. You want another alliance? I'll give it back to you. One of my trades has stopped. Can I get... iron from you? What about a research agreement? Start making some more friendships, maybe? You never know. I'm really curious to see whether or not any of our religious stuff actually succeeds in like any way, shape, or form. I suppose technically this also counts as meat, or like oh, I guess I can only have one butcher shop. Hunting camps make money. Oh my god, hunting camps make money and they're like free. I can't believe I forgot about that. That's so foolish. Steady spaghetti. Wasn't Canada all about hunting? Yes, it's about hunting and logging. Gets big bonuses from both of them. I think I'll put someone in here. And also, this needs to be upgraded. Iron mine, please. You declined my research trade. That's fine. Yeah, we have like a negative 100% cost on hunting camps. Hunting camps normally cost timber. So they're like super cheap for us to build. Or super cheap in terms of upkeep. All right, so we're making shoes and belts here now. I mean, I guess I could also make sandals. Part of me is like, okay, we might as well just build all 3 cobblers if I can only have 3 of them. Why not? Oh, this is annoying. this mountain that I can't claim is just like... My borders go around it instead of absorbing it. It's the little things. You'll start preaching. Preaching and praying. It might work, all this preaching. You guys are going to build a tailor. Oh, you already built a tailor. Sorry. Yeah, we might as well just like make more fabric here in the meantime if this is the case. So sorry. A topiary perk. 1 per nation. Boosts happiness, can create book masterpieces. 1 prestige on completion. Can only be built in temperate forests. Oh, curious. Cost 10 ceramic pots. I'm actually running out of ceramic pots. I don't have a bazaar in this area. Which I guess we could do down here. Make a little gold section. You're gonna make metal ingots. You're gonna make them out of copper. You're gonna make them out of iron. You're gonna make as many as you can. Forever and ever until the end of time. I'm excited to see if these just produce gold for me. Because that'll be a big dumb thing if that's the case. You know what? We might as well just use the bread in here. Salted fish and the malt? Sure. Can't make a topiary park there either, I can't imagine. Well, you've got your tailor, you've got your religious stuff. This is a good place to build mines for materials. I could just fill this section with materials. Your father made ingots, your father's father made ingots, and by syrup you'll make ingots too. I like that that's how we're we've managed to work the maple syrup into just our regular daily conversation. I guess you'll make sandals. Okay. Yeah, I could make a topiary perk, but I don't really want to there. This city's already got max happiness. Talked about putting a farm in here for a very long time, or a water well. %. These scale +5 bonus production for each farm improvement. They make 26. But 100% would double that, so would also get me a crazy amount of grains, so I guess let's just do that. I've waited to do that way too long. Not that I really like needed the food or anything. Rocky Docky Dum. You can keep working your way up the coast. Bum 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 bum. You already have trade goods? Yeah. We don't have shoes or sandals though. And I like how that adds extra production. Diluted syrup, what a mess this is. Don't be saying blasphemy in this household. By Vermont. Shush now, father. The Maple Mounties will hear you. I mean, I don't know. This city is like constantly under siege, it seems like. Should I just take it? I kind of feel like I should just take it. What if I just move my guys up there? You know? Just a little, just in case. I'm also remembering that we have a lot of troops that need to be upgraded. Ooh, those longbowmen are expensive. Those are some expensive longbowmen. Yeah, like none of these guys are upgraded here right now. I guess if we start actually making materials, we might be able to do this. I guess you're going to build a tailor. I'm not really so sure about it, but these are also farms. Oh, we already have the water mill, though. What did you make, young man? Can't even remember. Oh, you made that water mill. So these just meant to get 100%. They were at 27. So let's see if they go up to like 50, 60, and that goes to plus 12. Because in theory, that should be what happens. Holy taffy. From 0 to 1.1k lumber in 30 minutes. Yeah, we built 4 lumber mills here directly outside of Ottawa because I was just like sick of it. And it really fixed the problem. Yeah, this did not 100% harvest production whatsoever. Interesting. Autocracy, coffee houses, shipbuilding would probably be smart for us, given how much of a naval invasion problem we keep having. Steels, forges, and indoor stoves. We can get this from some other stuff as well. A printing press. Probably smart. Honestly, I'm going to just start with shipbuilding. And we see where we go from there. You've got room to grow. Grab Guelph. You also got some specialists. Put you in those mosaic tile shop because, boy, do we need more of these mosaic tiles. Now, I have no idea what this guy just built. Armories. Craft gunpowder and explosives. I could just give him like a fortress. I could upgrade some of these sawmills. You know what? I think this guy was building mines up here is what he was doing. Might have been 100% for base with the water well. You might have already been at 350 or something from other improvements. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a safe bet. Ooh, they're allied with Egypt. Look how many settlers are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of settlers. I don't actually think there's anything there for them to siege. I'm a bit worried all my missionaries are about to get killed from doing that. Bless your syrupy goodness. What a patchwork we have. The hell? Where's my army gone? Are you in there? Hello? I see you. Why are you not selectable? Okay. Question mark? I'm gonna move our flotilla down that way because I don't really know what's happening. Just starting to feel a little bit just like the story of my life right now. Did you know I'm using huge amounts of money down to make all this glass? I didn't. What are you doing, a genie? Building a pagoda? That does seem like a reasonable thing to do. Pagoda it is. Kind of like those cities that's entirely a diplomatic order. I mean, yeah, it definitely it has that vibe to it. We'll leave Regina. Let's go out into the Adriatic here. Is that what I wanted to do? I don't know. Doesn't matter. That guy does not seem to be selecting. I don't know if maybe I can't do that war because there's too many settlers on the location. Oh no, there we go. Why is my wet? Oh, right. Well, you can move over and shoot them. You're building mines. Yeah, Egypt joined the war. Well, that's not good at all. Feels like we should be doing a lot more damage to that settler than that. What? I took 12 damage. We did 0 damage. For some reason, we're also in here with Belgium and Songhai and others. Sometimes the mechanics in this game, man, are some good gibberish. I'm gonna start upgrading workshops. Yeah, I don't really know what's happening there. Is the long and the short of that. It does look like we're killing them now. Mostly because of bombardment. Pillage. Can you, oh, pillage? Oh, damn, dude. Just raise the city is what I want you to do. I guess that guy died. How are we doing on religion? You know, I've been preaching in this town forever. So we should be pretty high up there. Ah, 2%. What about in this city? That's really close to me. Ah, I have negative 390. I like that they put this like complex religious mechanic into the game and then didn't think that people would use it. It's one of my favorite things. Like, develop an entire system, entire builds, characters who are in fact dedicated to religion, and then have religion actually not do a single thing in the game. It's a really interesting strategy. You're just gonna pass here, homie. Skip. Figured this out in the last game, didn't we? Only your topmost troop deals damage. Here, the settler, but all your troops take damage. I'm not sure, because that second round we did attack. It might just actually take a turn for them to engage in the combat. Like, it might be something that, like, the defender is allowed one free round of attacks before the attackers come in. What's going on? Why am I not burning this to the ground? For that matter, where the hell is my army? You're here. What the fuck? This is some nonsense mechanics right now. Boo, 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 boo. Give them shoes. We gonna give them some shoes. What we gonna do? I'm gonna give them a shrine. We have another religious verse. This is honestly the only thing that religion is valuable for, is the religious verses. I don't know. Masterpiece creation speed, I guess, here is probably the best thing for me. You can come on in and try to also take this. You just keep an eye out for Russian special military exercises. Most of Egypt isn't bothering me, though they're starting to come in. Nah, there we go. Now we're finally attacking it. Now, how come? Here's a question. When the computer attacks me with a single stack, he takes my city in 3 turns. When I attack with 3 stacks, I take my city in 3 turns. Why is that? I gotta make sure that anybody who comes over from the west here, yeah, like these are cavalry, right? So if they get to the city before I take it, I also run into problems. And it's really screwed up because it's like super hard to pull units out of here right now. Yeah, it feels like if you have more units, it should do more of an effect. Also, like, why is this +5 and that's +3? You're in the same location. You're in the exact same province. I don't understand why some produce more and some don't. There's a lot of things that just like aren't super well explained. And that get confusing. Start upgrading farms. There we go. You're going to come down there and hopefully intercept those Russians before they land. I sure as hell hope. Now, these guys are cavalry, but they also have, like, a catapult with them, so... Nice. We win the war. Because I did a war of expansion, all I needed to do was take it, and then the war is fully over. You are not besieging this city anymore. Where are you going? You are also not besieging the city anymore. You're just... Where are you going? I lost 1 set of missionaries. Some very confused troops. Still in dead last. Musket man. Ooh, if I have gunpowder. Well, that guy landed, but he's not really a problem anymore, so we'll just park ourselves back down here. I probably should work on getting another naval fleet or two, but era history untold, more like mechanics untold. Masterpiece. Found McDonald to be quite un-Canadian like jerk. A dying Gaul. I mean, he definitely did just like bully this city out of Russia. And not for any particularly great reason, just because I could. Mostly because it was on my borders. Boop, 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 boop. Festival. I'll put some sandals in there just because it'll get the health up and the growth. So you guys need, what do you have? Oh, a stable. I'm not allowed to make that. Give me that iron. We'll start with that for sure. I have a ton of farms up here that all need upgrades. And are all producing like unique resources. So let's get on all of those. You can apparently make me rope and nothing else. So congratulations, you are now making me a copious amount of rope. Can I use that rope for anything? That's the real question. Oh, I can use this fabric for trade goods. And I suppose we can make more grain up here. I'm not going to use any of that good stuff. This gathering hall can make feasts, festivals, whatever they're called. Probably just using the food. We don't need to make that many of them. Probably better places I can put that, like in Ottawa. Yeah. Yeah. You see? And we also have a new tailor up here. I don't know, man. I think I'm going to put him on fine clothes and just like hope for the best. Garments, belts. We are bringing those in. You know what? Actually, we're bringing all of these in just at extremely low rates. You guys can't keep using those shoes if that's the case, though. But you can start using slippers. Always dislikes me from the beginning. Declared war when he had strength of 900. You had 4,000. Woof. When he was AI, never played multiplayer. I mean, I don't know. The computer's choice of declaring war in this is very, very strange. Like, I find it quite difficult to make heads or tails of what they're doing most of the time. Or like what just like their logic is. All right, we might as well start upgrading guys to longbowmen at the very least. Couple little upgrades for us. Mac is AI always spoiling for a fight. Well, he is that pacifist. Why that would make him want to fight more, I don't know, but he does seem angry about everything. I have a lot of workshops down here that could use upgrades. Yeah, so look, I built hunting camps. They're not producing me a lot of gold, but they are producing me 2.8. It's not the worst. How are we on picks? I have enough metal ingots that we could start probably making more of those. So let's give that a shot. You have some experts in this city. How nice. Do I just keep walking on the tobacco farm? Yeah, probably. Give me that 1 extra gold per turn, baby. Okay. Slap one more mine in there. Mine in those sands. You're also going to make me some trade goods. Oh, I think I was actually making a little money district here. With an inn. You can work that bit by bit. Do you guys have the stuff to upgrade? Nope. Just the Zerkers. All right, we'll give these guys a wait then. You can upgrade him at least. Oh, no. You're going to fortify. I probably could pull these boats out. They're costing me 8 gold a turn, but I don't know. Yeah. I guess that's the thing, right? Like, as long as my security is good in certain locations, you probably want to stand down when not at war. What map creation settings do we use? We're playing on Grand Duke and with Twin Continent. Everything in terms of like dryness, wetness, all that's just standard. Now, I bet these guys could get some good upgrades, but only if I had gunpowder. Uh-oh. I'm starting to see the problem. I do want that printing press. Coffee houses are not bad. We don't have any coffee, though. Windmills would be pretty good. We actually skipped mills, so there's a bunch of stuff here we can't create currently, including like paper. You know what? Yeah, let's get windmills. Old Lambton. Let you take that province. You got yourself another expert. How are we on bread here? Now we're consuming more than we're making. Okay. All right, so we'll just put that guy on that mint. I mean, for the first time in a very, very long time, we have positive wealth. Like, we're actually sitting on some usable money. Ah, and our first shrine. We've never built one of these before. And we'll never build one again. Let's just add city happiness. I have all these like religious spread buildings because I was hoping that the religion would actually spread, but I'm not doing so good on that front. Grocers. 6 allowed in the nation. Harvest production of all farms in its region causes these farms also to provide happiness bonus, also provides a small health bonus, and is used for crafting. Well, that's pretty nice, but also if we only have 6 of them, I'm probably going to want to be a little bit careful where I put them. Build a little money province down here. A genie is getting pretty busy. Could use a city temple. Has 2 open slots here. Let's give it slippers. Knowledge is really bad. I mean, it's building a city temple right now, so I guess a candle makes sense. I feel like, yeah, all these places are definitely missing slots on them. Give you slippers. That actually puts you at 100% prosperity, which is really nice. Maybe overkill. St. John's. What give you? I'd like to also give you slippers. We're low on salted fish. The wine we're starting to sell. I guess candles. Give me some tech. And then we gotta be starting to approach the end of this age. Okay, England is in the machine age. Triple R score. Dude, the score is just like so strange on these high difficulties. I thought we'd pick up a lot in this this act. But we definitely have not picked up as much as I expected. Circers, longbowmen, longbowmen. Longbowmen don't have enough. At least our army is mostly up to speed. Outside of gunpowder, I guess like we're gonna need to start creating gunpowder soon. The Holy Roman Emperor. Who? Who? This guy. You could not be further away from me. This is the most distant character from my realm. Even Poland, I think, is technically closer. He has 25 turns of skirmish. Here's the problem. You don't know, like, where his troops are. So he could attack from, in theory, anywhere. Technically, he has a couple settlements down here. I can see why people are attacking me. Like, we own an incredible amount of land. Oh yeah, I want my trade agreement back with you. Georgia wants a research agreement with me, which is quite a shocker considering how they have treated us so far. Greece says if I go to war with the Holy Roman Emperor, they'll send me a bunch of stuff. Okay, sure. I'll take that. Yes, we have land, but what about more land? Nicholas Copernicus wants a... Why is everybody suddenly giving me insane amounts of stuff? You have 166 steel if I go to war with China. That's enough to build a lot of places. That's almost enough to build the Burj Khalifa. But I'm in one war right now. It's hard for me to be in two war. One war, fine. Two war, slightly more concerning. That's not my city. We are still having this like weird number glitch. Yeah, my security is really really dropped down this age in most of my cities. I guess because my cities have just grown so much. Every time they go up, they require more. So, well, we probably have the Holy Roman Emperor coming from somewhere here in the south. In the meantime, we have our shores being guarded. We have all of our armies being upgraded. We can probably make some more carracks. I certainly don't see why not. We can get that started, but I feel like with that war declaration, this is the perfect little cliffhanger for us to leave it on. So that's what I'm going to do. That's where we're going to leave it for today. And we're going to come back tomorrow. And I don't know. I guess if we only have one more act, we might finish it all tomorrow. We'll have to see how it goes. But that'll probably be 2 more videos on YouTube. So YouTube folks, we'll see you back here next time. Until then.